Hello, this is Angela Anderson. Thanks for joining me for this acrylic painting tutorial. In this video, I am not going to tell you what we're painting. Gonna have to figure out on your own as we go. I think it should be a lot of fun. I've got my husband Mark with me.
Hey there, everybody.
He's loving this so much, you guys. Let's get started. This is right up your alley, isn't it?
Yeah. Of course it is.
Mark loves this kind of stuff. Tricky, trickster. All right. Got a watercolor canvas board. This was your idea, so we're just we're just taking it to the extreme. I've got a 12 by 12 inch canvas. I have covered it with a coat of I think this was red violet, or like a quinacridone violet or quinacridone magenta. It doesn't really matter. Just kind of a reddish violet color. We're going to cover most of this, but this will just be kind of our underlayer, and it'll give us some vibrancy and hopefully throw you off the trail a little bit on what we're painting. As for brushes, I'm going to be using the Aspen brushes tonight mostly. I've got different size Filberts here, so 2, 4, 6, 8, no, 2, 4, 6, 10, and then an 8 flat and a 2 round. So I'll be pulling those out as I need them. Probably going to start with a 4 Filbert. Let me go over my colors. So I've got titanium white, Australian sky blue. These are all fluid acrylics. I'm just using these because they're going to make it a little bit faster. Won't have to mix my colors as much with my water, and so I'll be able to move a little bit more quickly. But if you don't have these in the fluid acrylics like I've been using here, then just use regular heavy body acrylics or whatever acrylics you've got. These are the two brands that I'm using. The Derivan Matisse fluid and the golden fluid acrylics. So go over the specific colors. Ooh, I just got paint all over my. Start that way. So titanium white, and then this one's called Australian Sky Blue, which is actually a light ultramarine blue. So it's ultramarine blue plus white. Dioxazine Purple, burnt umber. This one is Quinacridone Burnt Orange. This is that background color, the Australian Red Violet in the Matisse colors. Also could substitute for the Quinacridone Violet in golden. My Quinacridone Magenta got squished by my Cadmium Red, is getting all over everything tonight. It just wants to be where it's not supposed to be. So Cadmium Red Medium, Cadmium Orange, Cadmium Yellow Light. This one is Teal, and this one is Phthalo Green Yellow shade. No, I'm sorry, that's not Teal. That one is a Matisse color called Aqua Green Light, which is, I think it is the Phthalo Green blue shade with white. So I think that it's got a little bit more of a teal leaning. Then this one's teal. Phthalo turquoise, phthalo blue green shade, and ultramarine blue. Phew. All right. If I can remember those, we will be lucky. All right, let's get going.
Yes.
Love it. So we were painting, I don't know, it's been a few weeks now. I was sick and I had to reschedule this painting. So this is about 3 or 4 weeks past when we were planning on doing it. I think I'm going to use the thicker. This is not covering very well. Got that dark color in the background. But I don't even remember what we were painting.
Oh, me either.
And Mark was like, this would, if I didn't know what you were, what you were painting, I wouldn't have known.
Right, it was like at the beginning, it didn't look very promising, but at the very end,
right.
It was. What was it? The barn in the field?
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah. So we're just going to lay in our colors here, and I'm very quickly, I'm leaving kind of lots of texture here, and that's strategic, so pay attention to that. If you're painting along, I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit more frustrating than normal, but I will say that I will explain at the end why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. So there is a reason why we're doing it this way. Not the mystery part of it, but the painting part of it. So hopefully it will make more sense to you as we go. And feel free to put your guesses in. I'm sure Mark said there was already all kinds of guesses going on already before the show. So,
which is part of the fun.
It is super, super fun. All right, I'm going to start to add some gold in here. So getting my cadmium orange, and I'm going to get some burnt orange because that'll make the color a little bit more. Oh, I don't know. I didn't put out my Indian yellow hue, but you can kind of see this is how you would mix it. So like a little bit of burnt orange and cadmium orange would work.
So should we let them in on a little secret?
Sure.
That it was a mystery to both of us about 24 hours ago?
Yeah. It was a mystery to me until about, say 4 hours ago today.
So it's like 3 hours.
Just
3
going
weeks,
through my images going, what do I
it?
really want to do here? What am I painting? Yeah. It's fine.
Pikachu.
It does look like Pikachu. Wrong.
Oh, darn it.
Oh, Fitzy thinks that's a good guess, though.
Yes.
He liked that guess. Let's get some Quinacridone Magenta going here. I added a little bit of Cadmium Red. So I'm just working my warm colors right now. So I'm going to get my background color here and mix that with my yellow. Now, mixing your purples with the yellow will create a neutral color, which is okay. I'm okay with that. So I don't want just bright colors for this. I'm going to get some purple now. And I've mostly got most of that yellow out of my brush, but there is a little bit of it. And you can see it's going to make my purple a little bit desaturated. If I want it to be brighter, I can add a little bit more or, clean my brush out, which I'm not worried about right now. So I'm just going to lay down some different colors. And people are probably like, what the heck is she painting? Which is the fun part.
So like you said earlier, or you apologize for people who are trying to follow along to paint.
Right.
That would be interesting. Oh, see, we need to have a connection so people can share what they're painting and see if they can figure it out. If they're
painting along.
Yeah. But anyways, to the first-time viewers, welcome.
Welcome.
Glad you're with us.
Yes, we don't normally do it this way.
Yeah, and this is... Check out her 400 or 500 other videos to see what she normally does. This is a very unique night.
And I promise it will be cute in the end.
Ooh, she has dropped the cute word. Man.
Cute or pretty? Which will it be? Yeah, I shouldn't have given I'm giving myself away too soon here. Sorry, I'm not very good at this game.
Remind me not to take you to Vegas.
I'm not the person that you want to take shopping for Christmas presents because one, I'm an enabler, so I will be like, yes, you should buy that. And then two, I I hate keeping the secret until Christmas.
Or tell you that they're pregnant and not to tell anybody else.
Right. Don't do that. My son did that. My son, Nathan, I'm calling him out right now. I had to wait like 3 months before I could tell anybody. It's killing me. It's like,
yeah.
Yes,
oh, man.
It was.
See, I shouldn't have peeked.
This is so bad.
So I
guarantee you nobody knows what this is.
I've been playing along like maybe I know, maybe I don't. So yes, I do know, but my gosh, I shouldn't peek next time.
Oh my gosh, this is so great. I love
think
this
I did this in kindergarten and brought it home to my mom.
I think I want to do it like this all the time from now on.
This is a real ugly stage.
I tell him every painting, I'm like, it's going to have an ugly stage, so just beware. You will. They're like, what is going on now?
Somebody tried to trick me in chat and ask me what we're painting. No.
Extra points for that person. All right, getting some. That was a little bit of blue, ultramarine blue. I'm sorry, I'm not mentioning the colors. I should mention my colors like I'm doing. I'm just kind of switching around here, having fun. Ultramarine blue, and now I've grabbed a little magenta with that ultramarine blue color, and I'm adding that in. And I'm going to get some more of that cadmium red. And I'm going to mix a little bit of that magenta with it so it's nice and bright. And you don't know because these may not be the right colors.
Ooh.
What? These may not be the colors we end up with. I may be playing games with you guys. Do we know what's happening? All right.
We got some good guesses. We got a parrot, Fitzpickle, flowery things, and feathery things.
Nice.
Pansy, sloth, dog, another Fitz.
I am going to be painting a sloth here, and I keep getting paint. I'm just going to smush that off on my canvas. Why not?
A bee.
Bee? Mm. Yes. Does look like a bee.
So I think this helps people who are beginning painting or getting frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Have an outlet of just don't take it too seriously sometimes.
Nope.
Just have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it, well, we'll talk about that more later.
Yep.
I'm not going to say too much right now. Getting the teal. No, this is the green one. This is the aqua green light, which is basically the teal. Teal would be phthalo green blue shade plus phthalo blue green shade. Is that right? Phthalo green blue shade and phthalo blue. Yes. So basically the turquoise color and white is teal. Phthalo turquoise and white is teal. So I'm gonna have to put out more of this. This is the heavy body. That cadmium yellow light is not opaque enough for this. So I need an opaque yellow. Here, as opaque as you can get. It just makes it easier. I don't know what I was saying, what I was telling about the teal, but anyhow, you get an idea. No idea.
So we got an Indian headdress, a cave, mountains, a painting where you use every color you own.
That's it. That's about right. Check.
So yeah, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
We hope everybody's doing good.
Yes. Yes, we do. I'm over my cold. We had guests this weekend and
2 weekends ago.
2 weekends ago. No, last weekend, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, that's right, because it was last weekend. So, yeah, last week I was sick again. I always get sick. And it's like it's the product of working from home for the last 30 years. I don't get out enough, obviously. My kids haven't been at preschool in a while, so I used to get sick all the time when they were growing up, and now I just don't. Not around it. So when my grandson comes to visit, I catch whatever he's got brought in from the.
Yeah. Your immune system isn't as built up as it used to be.
Not at all. Okay, we're getting closer.
Ooh. Yeah, we're just about done.
I'm going to get out the big brush.
What?
This will help, I think. We'll see. I think people will start to get it here in a minute. Maybe. We'll see. So I'm going to use my 3 darker blues here. The Ultramarine Phthalo Blue and what?
One of our longtime friends, Michael, says, something I can paint if you stop now. I like
you can
that.
do it, Michael. I believe in you.
So it's the middle of the month-ish, right? Today's the 7th. So you got your Patreon, what I just mentioned right now, while we're here. And so there's the challenge image.
We're still working on last month's challenge image. We've got one more session to do with that. I'll show that really quick. That's the $10 level, folks. So that's what we finished last week. And really all we've got left to do, this is the Animals of Asia. So did all kinds of fun animals. And it's actually, I think, a really good lesson on, actually simplifying shapes. We kind of went a little bit looser with the stylistically, and also kind of figuring out how to compose something like this, like how to do your composition when you're adding multiple images and things in. So it's been fun. It was a challenge, definitely a challenge for me. That's why I choose my challenge images as things that I think might be a challenge for me, or things that I haven't ever done before, so.
So that's the $10 level. And of course, you get access to all the previous $10 level videos over the last 5 years. There's a $5 level where you get a bonus video right now, and traceables, and $2 levels. So I did this backwards, didn't I? Yeah. So $2 level is traceables, $5 traceable bonus image, $10 level traceables bonus image, and the challenge image.
Right.
And the $1 million level has all that plus 1 yard mowing or driveway shoveling, depending on where you live. So there you go.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I haven't had any takers at the $1 million level
it's
yet.
so weird.
It's just kind of wacky. And thank you to the people who continue to support us on Patreon.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Despite our weirdness. All right, using kind of mixed up a mauve color here.
And what you hear in the background is our air conditioning.
Yep, sorry. And my little butterflies flapping around.
Yeah. Which they could see on.
They're cute.
Do you have that on Instagram or TikTok or both? Or
I put it on TikTok.
TikTok.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like my least watched video, though. Nobody cared, I guess. I thought it was kind of cool, but
It's okay. Your least watched video has more views than my most watched, so it's okay. Ooh, one more and I'll be at 500 on one of them.
what?
And one more view and I'll be at 500 on one of them.
You will?
Yeah.
Really?
500 views, yeah.
Wow. Fancy.
Mhm.
We're just taking TikTok by storm.
Yeah. I only have 994 more followers. Wait, no, is it 10,000 followers?
I don't know. Yeah, you have to have
For-
10,000 before you can start making money.
For monetizing, so I got 9,994 more followers I need before I can start making some bank.
Yeah, I need several thousand too. I only
This-
just started on TikTok a couple months ago, so
This isn't about you right now.
no, this isn't about you, is that what you just said?
What? Oh, we got the guesses
Whose
of it
TikTok
coming
are we
in.
trying to promote here? You using my channel to promote your TikTok?
You just paint over there.
Okay, just wondering.
So you were right that people are starting to make some very
Informed
on-point
guesses?
guesses.
Yeah. Is it time?
Is it time? I don't know.
Okay.
It could be.
Yeah. Oh.
So about 4 or 5 minutes ago,
Nice.
Jazz was the first to guess.
Go Jazz.
I believe.
You can see it upside down.
The upside down cat.
All right, let's do this. You can pop up the reference photo now.
Oh, okay. And you
You
have
want?
it. Oh. Gotta figure out how to do it. Where's the remote? There it is.
You just do the Saturday image.
I'm trying to get there. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Not cute. All right. So how many minutes in? 23 minutes.
Yeah,
You
well-
guys are fast.
Well, about 20 minutes in.
20
is-
minutes.
is when the first guess of an upside down
Nice.
cat came in.
I like it.
But it seems to have been a pretty fun
That's
exercise.
not bad.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
I stumped you guys for 20 minutes.
Okay.
This was actually not a great one to do because it's so recognizable, like the shape, you know. Probably next time we'll have to think. I had another plan, but I'm not going to tell you guys because
Right.
I think I'll do it another time.
It's not bad for a
But
first time doing this.
If you guys like it, we'll do it again. This is more for our live folks.
So what's going to happen if you watch this in the future? You just have to stand on your head for the first 20 minutes to paint it, and then you can do it. the rest
Well,
of it normal.
what I was going to say was painting upside down is actually a known trick to trick your brain. So taking the image and painting it upside down can really help your brain see things better, more clearly.
So you mean like
Because,
unsee?
Well, no, what you're doing is you're stopping your brain from going, that's not what a cat looks like. Oh,
okay,
cat ears don't look like that. Cat ears look like this. And then you end up changing things that don't need to be changed and not really paying attention to what you're actually seeing. So by doing it upside down, you are bypassing your brain's, inner dialogue that tries to kind of mess you up as you're painting. All right, I'm going to get I got some of that green there. I'm going to get some of the phthalo green here. I'm going to just start putting in our little kitty stripes. And he's going to be very fast. I did this as a dog. I did Fitzpickle last month, I think, or the month before last. As a challenge image, and it was so fun. I decided I'd like to do a cat too. And then we had this, so I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to do my little funky kitty cat colors. And I just put it through a filter process. Don't ask me which ones, because I used like 12 different ones. I used all kinds of different ones. Just, there's all kinds of programs, photo filters that have these things that they'll change the, colors. And so then I would go in and change the saturation and the tint to, alter it a little bit after I change the color. And then back and forth until I liked the color scheme and the general, I didn't just do one, so that's what I'm saying. And really you don't have to alter your photo. You could just kind of wing it and just change your photo. But I find having a reference photo helps me, at least, because I don't think this way, my brain doesn't work this way. It works off of realistic, photos. I have a hard time altering the colors from what I'm actually seeing. So by doing it digitally, it just makes it a little easier for me to do it. So I'm making some orangey yellow here. And put in our nose. And really, but what you could do is and what I think these photo programs do is they take a certain set of of colors and edit based on those, so all of the greens turn into blues and all the yellows turn to reds and all the, whatever it is you decide to, whatever color scheme you decide to use. So you could do that with yours if you don't have a phone, I guess. I don't know who doesn't anymore. If you're watching YouTube, chances are you could probably find one of these photo programs to do this, is what I'm saying. And again, I don't have any one particular one that I like. I just kind of play with it until I go between different programs until I get the right color scheme.
So I want to give credit. It was actually Steffi Cakes was the first one just prior to there. So thank you to Staline for helping me on that point. I missed it, but yeah.
Fun.
It won't be as easy next time. So it'll be a mystery one, and I'll paint it. No. And at the end, it's still a mystery.
I like it. It's great.
But we have some good, lighthearted people out there, who don't take themselves too seriously, and that's what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
This is fun. It's a stress relief. It's a break.
Yes.
We know that it can be frustrating doing something that you enjoy doing, but you'll get there.
Doing something that you enjoy doing can be frustrating.
Yeah, like you said before, somebody who wants to play piano and starts practicing, well,
right.
You don't play Mozart the first time or
Right,
the 10th
right.
time,
Right.
but as long as you have fun and you get there, you'll be frustrated missing notes and stuff, but you'll get there.
Yeah.
Same thing with painting, as you've said many times. Very, very,
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah, it is. I think that people don't give themselves really in art, just in general, people tend to feel like if they're not good at it when they first start trying, that they're just not good at art. And so they shouldn't try, And so I think that's kept a lot of people from enjoying art over the years, is that notion that art is for the elite and you have to be talented at it to be able to do it, or whatever.
And
I
stuffy.
just I thank goodness for Bob Ross, because he really instilled in me. I watched him all the time whenever I could, when I was growing up, and he is one of the first, I think, to really make art accessible to everybody. At least the first that I knew of. I don't know, I'm sure there were people before that, but first on my TV at home. And, he would just say over and over again that you get out of it what you put into it. If you put the effort into it, you can learn to paint. And it's true. And he made it like in my brain that this is something that I could do. And when I first started taking art classes in high school, I was not good at it because I hadn't been doing it as long as a lot of the other kids. We didn't have the art classes that, when I grew up. I didn't get art classes until I was in like junior high. So 9th grade and 8th grade. And then 9th grade, we moved, and so I didn't get them again until I was a junior in high school. And I had a lot of catching up to do, but I knew that if I kept at it, I was determined that I was going to do it, the thing, and I didn't know to be when it didn't come easy, and it didn't come easy. I got frustrated. I actually dropped out of college, my painting class in college, because I couldn't figure out how to use acrylics the way I wanted to. But I didn't stop painting. I just learned a different way of doing it, and I did toll painting and worked on wood for a long time until I decided to give canvases another try and realized, oh wow, I could do it, because I had learned all those skills in doing the wood crafts and things. But anyhow, I don't know, it's not about me, but I'm just, hopefully you guys that are just learning realize it's not easy for anybody, unless you're like savant and are kind of magically gifted with the ability to paint. Everybody has to learn it, and it's not easy for anybody. Don't let anybody tell you different. It can be easier if you have, I'm not saying there's not such a thing as talent, natural talent, and maybe I had some of that to help me, but I definitely struggled just like everybody else, and even people with natural talent, quote unquote, have to do the work to get better and to learn this stuff and all that.
There was an interesting analogy.
I think that's a little too close together. I'm going to move this one over just a little bit. What?
There was an interesting analogy that I saw the other day, which was when it came to students in a school, and some students excelling ahead of others, and the teacher said, well, it's kind of like popcorn. All the kernels are in the same pot at the same temperature, and some pop first,
right?
But the other ones will pop. So just be patient. So don't judge your success or your pace or your whatever to somebody else's success and pace.
Yep.
So
exactly. Okay, we're done. No. We're like, what the heck is she painting?
Cool.
What on earth? Okay, so I'm gonna do some green in the middle. And I am, granted, going a lot more bold with my brush strokes, so I'm not blending as much. I'm just going a little more. This is actually a trend called Fauvism, Fauvism, I think, where you take colors and change them up like this. Some people call it pop art, but really pop art is more popular, like advertising and commercial things, technically, but this could also be called pop art if you want to. People call it all kinds of things pop art anymore. But if you want the technical term, it's really Fauvism is kind of closer to what this is, where we're altering the colors.
Yeah, and I always confuse it with Pop Tarts.
Wonky right now. What?
And I always confuse that with Pop Tart, so which isn't always good. Pop Tart is much more better and fun. I had some frosted strawberry this morning for breakfast. It's on my diet.
I can imagine. Let's go ahead and put in some blue down here for his little mouth. Got a little chin. I kind of made his chin a little bit bigger than it needed to be. He's kind of just a kitten. And if you're just joining us, they may still not know what we're painting, so don't tell them. They may still be like, what the heck is that?
A cat from Silence of the Lambs.
I swear we will get it there, I promise.
Is this Clarice?
If we have to be here till 10 o'clock tonight, we will get this cat looking good. I promise. Mark won't be here, but I will. Still be like, okay, adding some whites to the ears. And with the ears, you just want to make sure you've got some dark. When you're doing this kind of painting too, I found that having kind of an underlayer that's sort of muted colors is nice, because then when you put your other colors, brighter colors on top, they have something kind of to play against that's not so in your face bright. Everything can't be bright. For it to work, you got to have some areas that are a little bit more muted. Okay, so getting some yellow and adding just some contrast there around the nose and the mouth. There, kind of trying to define the mouth a little bit more. And then let's go ahead and put in our little nose. I'm going to get the magenta and white here. And since the eye is at an angle, and I need to bring this eye down, because I didn't bring it down far enough.
You didn't use your ruler.
No, I didn't use my ruler. I have it right here sitting off to the side to use. So if you do a straight line across here and here, the ears should match up to that line, and then the nose should also match up to that line. So the nose is kind of like a little, almost like a heart shape. Like that. And then I'm going to wipe that off and get some of my dark purple and come right up underneath and just do this little, and you could use a smaller brush for this if you want. Little nostrils, and I'm going to do a little separation there. There we go. And then a little separation there. And then let's get the Ultramarine Blue more of the ultramarine. Ultramarine blue, a little bit of white. Okay. Okay, so there's our mouth. And then we're going to use this could go bad, so just kind of really keep an eye on your shape. You want to blend that out a little bit. This should be a little bit darker in here, so I'm going to get the ultramarine blue. Now that I kind of know my shape, and I'm going to go really dark right there and just kind of barely touch the brush to mark those out. I need to do the eyes because they're killing me right now. They're killing me. Okay, I'm going to get some magenta or some purple, and I'm adding some burnt umber and a little bit of the, maybe a little bit of the turquoise, and just making a black. Let's go ahead and make the cat eyes. So here's the tilt, and they're gonna go, this one is just to the inside of the circle. And then this one too is just to the inside of the circle. Close, almost there. We're seeing the bottom of the point there on both of these. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. And then I'm going to use this dark at the top and define the top of the eye.
So somebody wanted you to repeat what ism this is.
Fauvism, Fauvism. Fauvism. It's been around for, I think it came right after the Impressionists, or right around that time. A little bit after that. It's been around a while. But it's that kind of crazy coloring. I don't know a ton about it, so I couldn't tell you who the main artists were or anything like that, but I just know enough art history to get me in trouble. Sound like I know what I'm talking about. Okay. So we're getting there. We'll bring this ear out a little bit. And then this side of the face needs to come out. So we're going to have these little cheekbones here. That'll help define that side of the face. I'm going to get my red and do my little... See, isn't that fun? So we're getting close. We're going to do... little patch on the face here with our stripies. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Really cute. Okay, I'm going to get some white, and I'm going to just do a little swipe with the white. Just to highlight that nose a little bit. And I think I got the shape of the eye sort of there. It's not quite 100%. Gonna work on that. It's really important to get the eyes right. again, you can flip it upside down, take a photograph of it, and superimpose your reference image on top of it in a new layer. Like you know, there's lots of ways to check your work to see if you've got your angles and things right. I'm going to get some blue here and use it just a little bit on my water line there. Make sure you give them like little tear ducts here. It's important. And then I'm going to get some orange, maybe a little bit of red, and define the inside of the nose. And then what we can do too to make it kind of more fun is do some drips and things too, maybe toward the end. So that's what I did on the dog paintings. I really liked that element of adding like a little bit of a dripping and just different stuff. Getting some yellow here, defining the outside of the eye with that. Kind of this side of the face needs to come out a little bit more, kind of have it a little bunched up there. But the main thing too is using these bigger brushes too, and this brush is almost too small for this. Forces you to keep your brush strokes loose and keeps you from getting too caught up in perfecting any particular area of your painting. You know, gives you much looser style, looser look. Getting that orange. I'm going to bring that out right here and bring it up into the face. Oops, off camera there. Getting some red, magenta. And I'm going to bring in the face a little bit right here. Bringing that in the bottom of the chin a little bit. A little smaller. Makes him look younger too. Give him a facelift. All right, looking good. Believe it or not, we're almost there. It doesn't take much more than this to. We're really pretty close. I'm going to get some magenta and white here. I've got that red in there, just different colors. I'm just going to use that to fluff up the side here and add some brush strokes. And I want this to have a separation here between the edge of the body and the front part of the body, you know, so the back part of the body and the front part here. So I'm just kind of doing that right here. And I'm going to use this purple, a little bit of Ultramarine Blue maybe, and add my dark stripes to the cheek on this side, like that. And then I'm going to darken up these ones a little bit. And there's little lines here for the whiskers. And then we just have a few places where we just need to kind of transition. So we've got this kind of really heavy red here. And I'm just going to mix some orange in and just kind of go over and just back and forth here. But I'm leaving kind of brush strokes. So like I want it to be like brush strokey, if that's even a word. I don't want it to be too blended. Let's see, I'm just kind of doing that back and forth there, kind of helped that transition. So anywhere where you're like looking at it, and it really does help that I'm seeing it on the monitor. I'm hardly ever looking actually directly at the canvas. If you could see how I'm painting, I'm like painting looking up at my monitor because it's so much easier to see the overall effect from a distance. So especially when you're doing this kind of a painting where it's so unique and so like out there, be sure that you're stopping often and checking your work from a distance, because it will make it so much easier to stay on task and stay in the right kind of frame of mind for this. It's really easy to get off track or on the, at least for me, because I'm always wanting to paint things realistically. So this kind of painting really messes with my brain. But I love it, and I think it's a really, really good way of like opening up new creative pathways in your brain or whatever, you know, just like really letting yourself do something really unique and different every now and then. Even if it's not your style, try it and see. You may really love it. I wasn't really sure if I would like it. I didn't really know until I tried it last month or a couple months ago and fell in love with this. And like I did 2 dog paintings instead of 1 that month, you know, because I liked it so much and I didn't want to quit. So it's just try a bunch of different things. You'll find something that clicks with you.
Right. So you didn't do anything. You didn't use your magical art wizard powers to convert a normal photo into something that looks like this.
I talked about that already.
So it's just an app?
Yeah, I just used apps.
Right.
Yep.
So people can take picture of their dog or cat or hamster or whatever and do the same thing.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you exactly. I didn't. I just used multiple different ones on different devices that I had. So every photo app's going to have a little different take. Or you could even just take your... the other thing that I did before too, with when I did Fitzpickle, I actually drew his on my tablet on my what was it called? Procreate. I used Procreate to draw on top. I took the image and I put it in the Procreate program, and then I drew on top of it with the new idea, you know, and changed the colors that way, and it worked out pretty well. So I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow in my eye here. It's a little bit funky way of doing it since the eye's already kind of painted, but let me add a little bit more yellow in there. And then maybe a little bit of this green that's got the yellow in it. Yellow and green, and I'm going to use that around the eye. Just a little bit more. Around the pupil, I mean. A little bit. And then let's add down here on the chin. I'm going to get some of this blue, add a little bit of this pink from the magenta. So this is the ultramarine blue and white mixture, and adding a little magenta, just a little pink. And I'm going to go over, because I covered that red up and it's got a kind of a funky line. So I'm just going to kind of go over it again with this color, so that this is the, I always like to end with the color that's on top, if that makes sense. So if this is the chin area underneath, then I want to make sure that my top layer is the area that's in front of that. if that makes sense. And that'll just make it look a little bit more realistic too. A little bit better. It just makes my layers look lay a little bit better to me. I don't know. I like it. So getting a little bit of blue. I think I made that a little bit big again. He looks a little older. It's amazing how just like one little bit and he looks a little older. So I'm gonna take this part off just a little bit right here. And make sure I've got kind of a shadow in the eye there. It's really important to have that. I'm going to get that bright magenta red I mixed up over here. Let's use it over here. Definitely looks like an older cat, but that's okay. It's fine. It's just because I was painting it upside down, honestly. I don't have an excuse. It's just, I think the face is a little longer in mine. Maybe. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, I like it. All right, so we're almost there. So let's transition this area right here, get a little, so if you've got two areas that are meeting and they just don't look like they kind of go, what I did was just pick a color that's kind of in between, so this orangey color, and it'll kind of help transition between that yellow and the red there, and then I can get that yellow again just on its own and come up over the top of that and make sure I'm defining it. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty close. Kind of fun, huh? Did we lose everybody after we revealed what it was?
Well, you lost some people.
Did we?
Yeah. Yeah. You can definitely tell where you were revealed, and then we saw people go.
Oh.
But we've had a lot of great people with us
Good.
tonight.
Thank you for those who stayed.
Mm-hmm. And we got a couple super chats, so whenever you're ready for that, let me know.
Not quite yet. Still kind of finishing up here. What time is it? Oh, we're only an hour in. What? Telling you, these go fast, and they're really fun to do. You guys need to try it. Really, really fun. I hope to see lots of funky cats out there. And dogs. Dogs basically done the same way. It's very similar. Of course, I went into a lot more detail and the color choices and things like that in my bonus video that we did with the dogs. So if you want to, that was the $10 level on Patreon. And we did that over 4 weeks. We did them on large canvases too. So we talked a little bit about different stuff on those, but all right, I'm gonna get a little bit of my titanium white in the heavy body acrylic here. I didn't end up using my turquoise. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my bright colors to really make certain things pop. So I'm seeing a bright color under the eye. And in the eye, I'm going to flatten that out a little bit. Make it a little bit more transparent, and I'm going to use it right. Might get a little bit of blue too. I'm just getting a little tiny bit of that ultramarine blue, light ultramarine blue. Right here. There. And same place here. Okay. Just a little highlight. I got that one a little bit down. Let me see if I can get some of that off. There we go. There we go. And I think I might make the nose a little bit bigger. That might make him look a little bit cuter. Okay. Gonna put in some kind of eyebrow looking brush strokes, just kind of longer ones off the side there. I don't really see where I could put my splatters or my
Whiskers?
No. My drips. On the dogs, I kind of put them towards the sides here, but there's really not a lot of good places to put them. I think I'm going to leave the drips off, but I will do some splatters, but get some bright yellow here with the white. And use that. Oops, what the heck did I pick up? We'll just wash that in.
There you go.
Now he's got a green nose. Actually, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Let's do the whiskers. I'm going to just use this blue, these blues here, add some white. Press my brush flat and just pull them. Make sure that this is all kind of pretty much how I want it. Pull them down. And you could switch to a smaller brush if you wanted to, but I think it's fine. It's gonna give us the look, you know. And it actually is making small enough, well, before I did that. And if you want to, you can go back over with the red too, to kind of tidy it up if you get one a little too thick there. I can use the purple to do a couple with that darker color. Gonna get the ultramarine blue here. It's cute. I feel like that eye is a little high. I think that's, let me see where my line is. No, that eye needs to come down. That's what it is. It is high. Because if you look at the line, the nose is okay, the mouth is okay, the chin's okay. So I just need to bring that part eye down a little bit. Sorry. Fitzy, hush. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's better. Cute. I gave it away, didn't I, when I said cute? I was like, dang it, why did I say that? After I said it, I knew it. I was like, oh, well, that'll give them a clue. If anything doesn't, it's got to be an animal. I was saying cute when I paint animals.
Oh, well.
I know. Live and learn. All right, getting some white here. So white right here and right here, right up under the nose, just before the whiskers. Really brought that part out. Can even bring it down a little bit over the mouth. And it kind of like turned that mouth under, didn't it? I'm going to undo that because it kind of changed the shape of the mouth real quick there. I didn't like it. So I'm getting that blue and I'm bringing it back up here. I'm not going to bring that blue as far down. Or the white as far down. I mean, leaving this part. There we go. There we go. Okay. Cute. And this is definitely a pretty much complementary color scheme. It's like a lot of purple and yellow. There are other colors in here though, obviously. But that's... And I'm going to just make sure that I have some of these other colors in other places now. So I'm going to take this teal and just add it in a few places. Down here. And make some gestural brush strokes that are kind of like in the motion of the whatever it is that I'm painting here. So the hair in this case, but yeah, that looks good. All right, do we see anything else? I keep looking at the kitty cat and like looking at how mine. I think the space between the nose might have been a little bit long. If it's shorter, it might have been a little bit cuter. I'm gonna get my fluorescent colors here and just add a few pops of the fluorescent colors. You can do that while I'm doing this. This is Luminous Rose, Luminous Opera, Opera Pink, Orange. Don't mix your fluorescents with other colors. They will not be fluorescent anymore if you do. They lose their vibrancy when you mix them. So I'm just putting out a little bit of each, and I'm just going to use them very sparingly to make these certain areas a little bit more vibrant. That's it. So I'm going to start with my lightest color, that yellow. Make sure my brush is nice and clean. Well, let's use it in the eye. It's nice. Got that nice bright. Look at that. It's very bright. You can do the thing if you want.
Super chat.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Okay, everything can move.
here we go.
I'm sorry, that one was called a lemon, and this is yellow, but this one looks orange, but it's yellow. It's called yellow. Okay, go.
That's okay. I'm trying to make sure I have them all here. Okay, here's the first one. The first super chatter tonight was from Celtic and says, got a pair character cheerfully blowing a party horn.
Love it.
So
Thank you, Celtic. Excuse me.
Then the next one is from Alicia, I believe. There it is. And it says, pair character cheerfully blowing a party horn. Do you see a theme?
I like it.
And then we had from Allison. Allison says, we had so much fun.
Oh,
And I think you did too.
yes,
like
I did.
Fun techniques to practice your color mixing.
I like it. I'm glad you guys liked it too. Yeah, I just realized I'm covering up what that is covering up what I'm doing.
And then we had from Duana. It says, thank you, Angela and Mark. You inspire me in painting in my life. Love you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Inspire, in painting and in her life. Wow.
Oh, nice.
I like that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh my gosh, where's my mouse? There it is. Then the next one from Jillian.
Oh, thank you, Jillian. Wow, that's so sweet.
Thanks again for showing me the joy
Aw.
I can get whilst painting. You lift everyone up.
That's awesome.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you.
Then,
Jillian's been around from the beginning. She's seen us through thick and thin.
And then we had from Angela.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for such a fun painting and for having such confidence in us.
Thank you.
Oh, we know
Wow.
you can do it.
Yes.
And then finally from
Cindy.
Cindy.
Oh, thank you, Cindy.
We appreciate all the
Wow.
support tonight.
You guys are great. This is amazing. Very sweet.
Yes. So thanks again to Cindy. Why is my phone doing this? Cindy and Angela and Jillian and Duana and Allison and Alicia and Celtic.
Thank you, guys. Wow.
Fantastic.
That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it. That is confirmation right there. That I definitely want to do this again. If you guys enjoyed it too, I think it would be really fun to have it be a regular feature that we do from time to time.
Yes.
Really, really fun. Fun for me to get out of my comfort zone, try something new. It really is inspiring, or, I mean, I've been painting for 30-something years, but it doing stuff like this that is outside of what I normally do just gets me much more, not that I'm not enthused on a normal day, but, it's just that much more. It's like a little something extra in my coffee or tea in my case.
Well, I have definitely seen a change in you over the years. Mm-hmm. We know that 4 or 5 years ago, you
Right.
would have never done this. You would
No.
have freaked out
Yeah,
and been stressed over it and losing sleep and all that stuff.
right.
And now you're just, okay, let's do it.
Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen?
Exactly.
It's just paint.
It's just paint.
It's just paint. All right, gonna use the blue, the ultramarine blue here to kind of define some of the borders here and add just some interest in my background too. This is where you could add some drips and splatters and things. I think I will splatter a little bit. Why not? I am gonna add a little bit of, it's not in my picture, but I always like to kind of bring out the nose a little bit. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of highlight up the nose a little bit to bring that out slightly. Get some yellow here. It's probably just the light in the photo that I was using that didn't. Fitzy's like, seriously.
I heard the bell. I thought we were done.
There we go. Trying to see, make sure that I got him looking good. I think I'm seeing it fine, but you know, I may get done with this and say, oh, I should have done XYZ. That's pretty normal. It's not really normal to finish a painting in one setting like I do. That's not the norm. So I would suggest when you're painting that you finish it, get to the point where you're happy with it, and then stop and put it somewhere where you can kind of keep an eye on it, see what, you know, see if there's anything that pops out at you. And sometimes there will be, sometimes there won't. So it doesn't mean that you should always change something, but sometimes there'll, you know, you'll just see things differently if you've kind of take a step back from it. So some time and distance can help. Getting some yellow in here. I just noticed I had some yellow bits in here that I didn't do. And I don't want to have too much, it's good to have like separation between the colors. So like there's some areas like this and this where you have like all the colors in one place. So keep those to a minimum, because what it can really like get a little much for your eye if it's like that everywhere. So have some areas that are just yellow and just reds, you know, just red. And that way your eye can kind of separate out these areas better. If you have everything that's, you know, really saturated with all the colors all over the place, then it can be a little bit confusing to the eye and a little bit distracting. So just kind of keep that in mind too as you're doing it. Adding a little bit more hair in the ears here. And let's go ahead and use this color. I've got a lot of this green, so let's go ahead and use that as my splatter color. I'm gonna add a little bit of white to it just so it's a little lighter, but I'm just gonna use this brush and just add water to it. Cover anything that I don't want splattered. Maybe do some of this hot pink color. I've got a lot of it. Let's add some water to it. When you're doing splatters, you just need it to be really kind of a milky consistency. That way it'll just tap right off your brush. So let's tap it. And let's go over our cat in places too, kind of where we maybe have some movement, maybe coming off the ear here. Isn't that fun? And again, you could do a drip or something like that too if you wanted to. I don't think we need it, but it's your painting. You know, when you get yours going, you can decide what works for you, what you want to see. But yeah, super fun. Hope you guys try it. I'm gonna call that good, I think, for tonight. An hour and 15 minutes, not bad. Not bad, and look at what we got.
Yeah.
I mean, super fun. I think part of it is just kind of letting go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let go a little bit You never know what can happen. All right.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah, give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And we guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. As always, during our live streams, it really makes a difference for us, and it helps our the YouTube algorithm to share our videos to other people too. When you guys show up, and it gives our video a good boost there at the first, gets it shared other places, and especially if you like it and then share it, even share it on your social media. There's a little share button below where you can pop that in if you especially like a video that we've done, or if you do it yourself. And then if you share the video alongside your finished painting, that really, really helps us a lot. So appreciate you guys. And if you're interested in Patreon or all the materials that we used tonight for our painting, you can find those down in the description. I've got a new thing on Blick in the materials list down there. If you click on the Blick supplies list, it'll take you to the my most used brushes and paints and things for beginners. And there's also other recommended things for if you want kind of more professional level things, but that kind of basic list is sort of if you're first starting out. It's just got some brushes and paints. I think it's under $200 or right at $200 to get all of them. I know it's a lot, but it'll kind of get you basically everything you need to get started in painting if that's what you're wanting. So because I get asked all the time what to buy, so I just created that list to make it a little bit easier for people. So you can check that out if you want. And you can always take things off the list. You don't have to buy everything on there. You can just,
Right.
it's just a recommended list or whatever. Yeah, it's a good place to start. So, all right, that's it. We're going to stop there. Thanks. I keep messing with him. He's so fun to paint. I can't stand it. I want to do it again. Let me know in the description if you liked it and want to see more. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great evening. Bye.